Here's a solution to problem 4.1.57 from Rockswold's algebra. So we're going to solve this system of equations graphically, x equals minus y plus 3 and x equals 2y. To solve this graphically, we need to graph both of these lines. And to graph both of these lines, it's easiest to put them both into slope-intercept form. To do that, we'll just solve both equations for y. So for the first one, we will subtract 3 from both sides. X minus 3 equals negative y. And then multiply both sides by negative 1. And that gives us negative x plus 3 equals y. So there's our first equation right there. And for the other equation, we'll just divide both sides by 2. We get 1/2 x equals y. And there's the second equation. Okay, so for the first equation, let's graph this one. The slope is right here. That's negative 1. And the y-intercept is right here. That's 3. So we'll go to the y-intercept, which is 3. And we'll move according to the slope, which is negative 1. And remember, a slope of negative 1, that's really negative 1 over 1. And slope is delta y over delta x. So we're going to move right 1 and down 1, starting from our y-intercept. So right 1, down 1, here. Right 1, down 1, here. And so on, like that. And remember, you can go the opposite direction as well. Negative 1 is also equal to 1 over minus 1. And that means we can go left 1 and up 1. So starting again at the y-intercept, we can go left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, and so on. So we get this line here. Here we go, something like that. Now let's graph the second equation. So y equals 1/2 x. For this one, the slope is 1/2. And the y-intercept, well, there is no number here for the y-intercept, but that means it's plus 0. So the y-intercept is actually 0. So let's plot that line. That's right, starting at the y-intercept. And the slope is 1/2. So delta y over delta x is 1/2. So that means we're going to go right 2 and up 1. So starting at the y-intercept, right 2, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2, up 1. And when you draw that line, it looks like both of these lines intersect right here. And that is the point. It's a little bit messy, but that's the point 2, 1. So the solution to this system of equations is 2, 1. So 2 is the x-coordinate and 1 is the y-coordinate. If you're doing this problem online, your numbers will be different, but the ideas will be the same.